Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Today, me and my friends Ananya, Ashrita, Mahati, Roshni, Sahana, and Shivani are going to be presenting about Kashmir to you. Hope you enjoy.
Kashmiri culture is mainly followed by people living in Kashmir Valley and Dodab of the Chenab region. The valley is known for the fine arts, including traditional boats and houseboats, handicrafts, and poetry. A large number of festivals are celebrated by Kashmiri people with full joy and enthusiasm. Besides a panoramic view of the landscape, Jammu and Kashmir is a home to rich cultural heritage and it is easily reflected by the festival celebration by the people. Some of the popular festivals are Baisakhi, Lohri, Hemis Festival, Tulip Festival, Shikhara Festival, Guris Festival, Sindhu Darshan, and Domoche. A large number of people gather during the festive season and enjoy these auspicious days with lots of enthusiasm. Traditional dance, participation in painting, multi cuisine, and shops of handicrafts are an integral part of these festivals. Numerous fairs like Bahu Mela, Jhiri Mela, and Craft Mela are also organized on some auspicious days where Kashmiri culture is mainly followed by people living in Kashmir Valley and Dodab of the Chenab region. The valley is known for the fine arts, including traditional boats and houseboats, handicrafts, and poetry. A large number of festivals are celebrated by Kashmiri people with full joy and enthusiasm. Besides a panoramic view of the landscape, Jammu and Kashmir is a home to rich cultural heritage and it is easily reflected by the festival celebration by the people. Some of the popular festivals are Baisakhi, Lohri, Hemis Festival, Tulip Festival, Shikhara Festival, Guris Festival, Sindhu Darshan, and Domoche. A large number of people gather during the festive season and enjoy these auspicious days with lots of enthusiasm. Traditional dance, participation in painting, multi cuisine, and shops of handicrafts are an integral part of these festivals. Numerous fairs like Bahu Mela, Jhiri Mela, and Craft Mela are also organized on some auspicious days where
Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. I am Sahana from 9K and I will be narrating the story Silapati Garam. This is a story from the early Tamil folklore and deals with the life of two people, Kovalan and Kannagi. Kovalan and Kannagi belong to two rich merchant families and were married off to each other. They led a happy married life until one fateful day, Kovalan met Madhavi, a courtesan, and fell madly in love with her. In order to live with his new lover, he left a distraught Kannagi, yet Kannagi waited for him as a faithful wife must. Things didn't work out well between Kovalan and Madhavi and he had to leave her. He had spent all his riches to make Madhavi happy, so by the time he returned back to Kannagi, he was penniless. Despite his being penniless, Kannagi took him in and suggested that they start their lives afresh in a different city. They decided to move to the city of Madurai. Kannagi gave one of her anklets, which contained diamonds, to be sold at the city to get some money. Kovalan took the anklet and tried his luck the first day. He was not able to sell it. He decided to stay at the house of a priest who was a royal priest. The person noticed the anklet on Kovalan's hand, which apparently resembled the anklet which the queen owned. The queen's anklet had been stolen just a day ago, and the priest suspected Kovalan. He reported Kovalan to the king without hesitation, and Kovalan was brought to the court, and without a trial, he was executed. When Kannagi heard about this, she was upset and furious as well. She went to the court, took the queen's anklet, broke it, and showed that it had pearls. She took out her anklet and broke it and showed that it had diamonds. Furious with the king for having executed Kovalan without a trial and unfairly, she cursed the entire city of Madurai. Henceforth, the city of Madurai would burn in flames such that everyone would burn to ashes and not even one person would be spared. However, she was not irrational. She wanted the elderly, the children, and those people who wanted good for everyone to be spared from the fire.
The Lucky Bird, a folk tale from Kashmir. There once was a poor woodcutter. One day, while working, he felt tired and sat down under a tree to rest for a while. A little bird flying about happened to see the woodcutter and felt sad at his miserable condition. I must help him, thought the bird, and perched beside the woodcutter. As the woodcutter dozed off, the little bird laid a golden egg near him and flew away. When the woodcutter woke up, he was surprised to see the golden egg. He quickly picked up and slipped it in his pocket. Then he bundled the logs he had chopped that day and carried them to the shopkeeper to whom he usually sold his wood. Such a small bundle today, asked the shopkeeper. You bring big bundles every day. It seems you didn't work very much today. The woodcutter then told him how he had dozed off and that he had found the golden egg when he woke up. The shopkeeper, a cunning man, lured him into exchanging the egg for a single gold coin. The innocent woodcutter accepted. The shopkeeper also told him that if he could bring the bird that laid the golden egg, he could get 5 gold coins. Promising to bring the bird, the woodcutter went home. The next day, he went to the same tree where he had found the golden egg and sat down, pretending to sleep. The little bird came again and perched beside him. Just then, the woodcutter sprang up and caught the bird. Now I shall sell you to the shopkeeper for 5 gold coins, said the woodcutter. But 1 golden egg is 100 times more valuable than 5 gold coins. Don't you know that? Screeched the bird. The shopkeeper has made a fool of you. The bird fell to the ground. My end is near, she moaned. I come from the family of lucky birds. We bring luck to humans, but we are destined to die if ever caught by them. The woodcutter cried bitterly. He asked, Is there any way I can help you? The bird said, When I die, pluck a feather from my wing and show it to the fire. You'll be transported to my home. Give my feather to my family and tell them the truth. Saying this, the lucky bird died. The woodcutter did as he was told. In an instant, he found himself amidst the lucky bird's family. He showed them the feather and narrated the story to them. Oh, we must act fast, said the father bird. He kept the lucky bird's feather on the ground and began to hop around it. After 10 rounds, the father bird touched the feather, and lo, the lucky bird's lifeless body was transported there. The mother bird and the sister birds then brought some green leaves and grass that could raise the dead and stuffed them into the lucky bird's beak. In no time, the lucky bird opened her eyes.
Music of Jammu and Kashmir. Jammu and Kashmir can be broadly divided into two depending on music. The Upper Jammu division, where music is similar to North Indian music, and the Kashmir Valley, where music is analogous to Central Asian music. Music in the Jammu region is mainly in Dogri, Gujarati, and Punjabi languages. Music of Tamil Nadu. The music of Tamil Nadu has a long tradition and history. It is of various types, such as Carnatic music, folk music, and film music. Music is also a very important constituent of marriages and temple festivals.
Tanjore paintings. Tanjore painting is a popular form of artwork that originated in South India. These paintings have been popular from the 16th century and have evolved under the reign of the Chola emperors and are famous for its use of gold. Essentially serving as devotional icons, the subjects of most paintings are Hindu gods, goddesses, and saints. Episodes from Hindu Puranas, Sthala Puranas, and other religious texts were visualized, sketched, or traced and painted with the main figure or figures placed in the central section of the picture, surrounded by several subsidiary figures, themes, and subjects. Jain, Sikh, Muslim, other religious subjects were depicted in Tanjore paintings. Now that's about the history of Tanjore paintings. What is a Tanjore painting composed of? Tanjore paintings are characterized by rich and vivid colors, simple iconic composition, glittering gold foils overlaid on delicate but extensive gesso work, and inlay of glass beads and pieces of very rare and precious gems. In modern times, these paintings have become souvenirs for festive occasions in South India, colorful pieces of art to decorate walls, and collector's items for art lovers. To sum up, Tanjore painting is the ultimate way of expressing devotion, truth, and skill by an artist through their creation. This ancient form of miniature artwork thrives till date through extensive craftsmanship and dedication of the artists of Tamil Nadu and is held at high esteem for its indigenous character.
Kashmiri arts and craft. Kashmiri handicrafts is a traditional way of Kashmiri people and artisans who make craft and decorate objects by hand. The artistry of Kashmir with bulkies, bedsheets, trunks, inkstands, boxes, and spoons was famous all over India. Furthermore, shawl making was exceptional. The Kashmiris make different types of handicraft products with simple items and traditional materials. Paper mache is a craft primarily based on paper pulp that's richly decorated into colorful artifacts, generally in the form of vases, bowls or cups, boxes, trays, bases of lamps, and many other objects. Kashmiri walnut wood carving is the result of the availability of walnut trees in the area. Walnut wood is used to make tables, jewelries, boxes, trays, etc. The textiles is widely found in Kashmir as it's a center of woolen materials. Various kinds of shawls, carpets, and rugs are found here. An integral part of these textiles are the embroidery that is done by both men and women in the area. Stone crafting is the very swift and neat hands in wood carving, stonework, stone polishing, glass bowling, and wheel work.